the 96th episode of the Elite Cosplay Podcast. I'm Holly.
And I'm Kevin.
Yo, it's been a minute.
It has.
We went out of town because Kevin's work had something.
Mm-hmm.
So we went to San Francisco. Then my dad got married, so we were in Phoenix.
Yep.
Watching him get married. Then we refinished our floors or one room of our house. And now we're here.
Yes.
It's been a busy couple weeks.
It has been an immensely busy couple of weeks. So
I've been in a
backlog
hellhole, so
not a hellhole. Let's just say
I wouldn't say hellhole.
Just too much backlog.
Yeah.
Not enough time.
Yeah. Well, I say hellhole in a certain way because I don't like having people wait.
Right.
To me, that is in some ways a hell. I always feel bad. I'm always like, I'm sorry, I'm getting it done.
You don't want those horror stories of a year plus.
Oh yeah, what is up with that?
I don't
know. This is not, we're not speaking bad about a specific person because we have never been told who these people actually are.
Right.
But
we have heard stories.
Yeah, there's some
paid photo shoots.
Cosplayers will tell us stories about they will pay for a photo shoot and then it's been like a year and they still haven't gotten the pictures back.
Yeah.
And that just blows my mind. Like, to me, like, I don't know. Like, if the photos were so bad or I lost them or, it just didn't turn out, I would just be like, hey, I'm sorry. Here's your money back.
Right.
They didn't turn out at all. I feel horrible, but here you go. Like, if it's that, if it's that bad to not deliver, you know what I mean, or whatever.
Right.
If that's the reason, I don't know. It baffles me. Anyways. So the last podcast we did was a couple weeks ago, and it was when we were talking about Mango Siren, and how she quit cosplay because basically it was making her hate it. She didn't want to do it anymore.
Yes.
So we did have a comment on that last one. Dark Maven says, I have followed Mango Siren for a while, and I did like her cosplays, and when she went professional, I was worried that cosplay would turn into something she hated. Like with any hobby turned into a job, it will make the hobby into something you dread.
Yeah. No, much like a lot of people run into that issue.
Yeah. And it's just like I think we spoke about a couple weeks ago.
Yes.
It's just like it's not just the hobby that you're doing. There's a business side of it that a lot of creative people, not all of them, but a lot of them either just aren't very good at, like me, or just don't want to.
Right.
Because that's not where their mindset is. Their mindset is more on the creative side and not on the business aspect of it. And I agree with that. Like, I have a hard time with, like, marketing, stuff like that. Like, it's a lot of upkeep, as a lot of you cosplayers know, to, like, update all the social media and everything and deal with, back end business stuff too. So, yeah. I can't imagine what it's like to be a professional cosplayer.
Yeah. A lot of business.
Business.
I know.
Anyways.
At what point do you just outsource your cosplay building to someone?
I don't know if that's cost effective.
Yeah, it's a good point. It's a good point. Yeah, I really want to meet the people on the tested crew. I want to talk to, like, Adam and...
Oh, this is Adam Savage's YouTube tested.
because he has, like, other people that build, like, crazy stuff. Like, they did Wrath of the Lich.
They have, like, a whole crew.
Yeah. And with a lot of variety of skills, right? That's the cool thing.
But I think they make a lot of money through YouTube and whatnot and sponsorships.
Right.
So that's kind of different.
I know, but
maybe. I don't know.
Right, but they still build, like, crazy things, and he has.
I feel like a lot of the big cosplayers will have, like, a significant other help them with their.
I know.
Their business side.
Yeah, no, I know.
I feel like that happens a lot.
I know, but I kind of want to see how, like, I don't know. It's weird to see someone with, like, so much skill and, like, his just casualness. I talk about them a lot because I watch their content and I really enjoy it. But like they
do make cosplay, so it is applicable.
It is, and he's just so efficient. Like I know it's a lot of messing up and trial and error, and he has like 30,
And he
40
does
years.
show his mess ups. Like
does.
he did make like a belt out of like real leather, and he was like, "Welp," and he like messed it up, and he like spent so much time on it.
Yeah.
And he showed that. Kevin's really into as of late showing mistakes. He's very into seeing the mistakes happen and then watching people learn from it. And not a lot of people do that. Like, and I think that's true in our videos too. Like, if I mess up on something, I just cut it out because I don't want people. To me, it's like, that's just not necessary for the video.
Right.
But I think sometimes it can help people because people do make the same mistakes.
Right. Because it helps set expectations. Like
you're not going to get this on the first try.
Right. I mean, like the project we worked on last night, like we installed a new thermostat, and that involved running a new wire. And like, I watched the This Old House video. I watched, other videos on how to do it, and it seemed fairly straightforward. And for us, it took us like 3 hours to run a new wire, and it was just like they just did it in the video. It just seems so easy. And I know like you said, these people have been doing it for 20 to 30, a very significant amount of their lives. They know what to look for and they know how to do it. It's just, us doing it for the first time of running a wire through a wall, we just have no idea what we're doing.
I think that's why, going off away from cosplay, I think that's why a lot of shows like that will work with real people to show them doing it, because they don't work as professionally as professional.
But even then, like on the TV magic, they cut away.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Like,
but that's what we do too. Like if we ever make something, it's like I'm just like, oh, that's embarrassing, I'm gonna cut that out.
Right, no, and that's why like I want us to show mistakes, and I want people to show
every
mistakes.
time I make a mistake on video, Kevin's like, leave it in. Yeah. I'm like, oh man.
I mean, you don't want to watch us filming us flubbing in the video because that's just boring. But like if we're doing something we mess up, I feel like we should include the content to prove to people that like nobody's perfect. You can't do it on the first try. I mean, unless you've done it a million times and you know exactly what to expect.
Well, it is the season. I have been sitting on a series that I want to start. I think I'm going to start filming it in the next couple weeks, because fall is when I usually start looking into cosplay.
Okay.
I don't know what I'm going to call it yet. I still am out on the title, but it's basically going to follow me working on a cosplay until I finish it for a con.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. And like all the stupid stuff I run into. And this kind of happened on my streams a little bit. I don't stream anymore because it takes too much energy out of my face. But like, what was it? It was a bird pattern. It was the pants, the pants that you made. You made Kevin made some pants out of muslin to test them, and they're perfect pants on Kevin. They're slim fit. They're just like Bird is so good at that. And for his Geralt cosplay, I was like, well, they fit him so well, and they're slim cut and work well with boots and stuff. I'm gonna use that pattern and make my own pants for this cosplay for him. And on stream, Berta's patterns, I don't know if anybody has worked with. I'm sure people have. I'm kind of dumb, so that might be it. But some of the directions were just like, excuse me? Like, I was reading them out loud like 50 times over and over again. I was taking Kevin's like muslin pants that he made. And like Kevin had problems too. Like I remember when he was making the muslin pants, he was like,
not easy.
He looked over at me and was like, what does this mean? And I was like, I don't know. And so I'm like undoing Kevin's muslin pants, trying to figure it out. And I don't know. It was a whole, and on the stream, it's like probably frustrating to watch because it's like 3 hours of me just going, what? But with the magic of editing, it'll be more entertaining. So
right. It'll be the countdown clock that says
how many
20 minutes later, 30 minutes later.
How many hours is Holly going to spend reading One Direction on a Berta pattern?
Right, we'll cut to the SpongeBob.
Yeah.
4 centuries later.
Hours later. Yeah.
I still haven't sewn anything, but I think I figured it out.
Yeah.
That's what's going to...
And I always felt bad on the stream because people are like spending their time watching me just sit there going, oh. So. Yeah. So we'll see. I already bought some rhinestones when I was in San Francisco. I went to this great store. Oh, no. I think it's called Britex.
Britex, yeah.
I think it's called Britex. It's in downtown San Francisco. It's like it's really skinny and tall. It's like 4 stories tall. It's not as, like pimped out as like Mood or, like the LA Fashion District or anything like that. But it was really cool. Yeah. And they have a lot of like they have like every fabric and every pattern you can ever imagine, and like any type of fabric you want, they have it in every possible shade and tone, and like they had rhinestones of every color and feathers of every like to me it was like, because in Seattle I'm stuck with Joann's and
That's all right.
oh sorry we got an Alexa device and it just stop. Oh no, I'm activating it. Okay, anyways. Oh. Anyways, I hope they could hear that.
I can shut her up too.
Anyway. It's just like I'm so stuck with like we have a local chain here too, but it's still not that great. So being able to physically go into a store and have everything possible was just like, oh my God. Because when I went to Mood in New York, I wasn't buying anything. We were just looking.
Window shopping.
Yeah, so it wasn't as magical. But yeah, if you're in San Francisco ever, go to Britex. I would highly, I think that's what it's called.
Yeah, it's Britex. It's spelled
B-R-I. Right?
Yes.
Is it? Okay,
You were interrupting me spelling.
I apologize.
It was Britex. It's on 146 Geary Street.
Oh.
We're not endorsed or sponsored by them, but no, it was really cool.
Yep.
It's a very cool store.
I
And
enjoyed
there were
myself
many
there.
fabrics that I wanted to buy that I wish we had a store like that here where I could just walk in and be like, give me those giraffe pants, please.
Yeah, giraffe pants.
Giraffe.
I'm going to make them into giraffe pants. Yeah, I know. I really wish we had something like that here. But yeah, if you're ever in San Francisco, go do it.
Yep. All right. Yeah, so that's why we've been
Yeah,
a
we've
little
been
bit delayed. We've been traveling a little bit.
And then last week, we had a spoopy Halloween shoot last week at a graveyard.
We did. I forgot that we were going to talk about that. No, that's fine. We can talk about that.
It's an Addams Family
It was
shoot, and it was a little north from where we are, but it was in a graveyard that has a really old part of it, like in the 1800s. And there's like a mausoleum and like crazy graves that like make like a circle pattern, and
lots of cool
dog graves, baby, like any
dead babies.
Graves. And they were all mossy and old, you know. And it was dark because it's cloudy here, and we brought Bethany, otherwise known as Emra's Concept, brought some smoke bombs, and there was no wind. So that when the smoke bombs faded out behind them, it was just like the whole half of the graveyard we were in was just like this low hanging fog looking thing. And I was like, I hope nobody comes by and is like, hello.
What are you doing? No, we did get permission from the graveyard.
We did. They were,
they were very flexible.
Bethany did it. Yeah. She let them know what we were doing and made sure that, it was respectful, right. She didn't want to offend anybody. And they were just like, oh yeah. They had like Halloween events there. I mean, they seemed like a really
progressive
graveyard site.
Yes.
So
cemetery.
I'm all about them permissions. It makes me feel more comfortable. But I did feel bad about the smoke bombs. Nobody said anything because we were in the old part, so there
were no active
a lot
visitors.
Of relatives of these graves are also passed.
Yes.
So not a lot of people visiting that part. But it did look really spooky with the smoke bomb kind of hanging in the air in the background. If it was darker, I'd be a little scared. It was daylight, so it was fine, but it was very low hanging. It looked like a horror movie.
Yeah.
So those will be out soon, actually. Probably in the next couple days. So I'm excited. They're looking real good. I'm editing them, and once I'm done with those, I have nothing, and I'm so excited to not edit for like a hot second. It's okay,
Yeah, and so. Aside from that, we are going to be gone again a little bit later this month.
Oh, yeah. Should we bring our We're having a conversation on the podcast.
No.
Should we bring our podcast
so
stuff? We're going to be gone for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, we'll be gone for 2 weeks.
So it's a thing. Kevin's work has an office in Munich, and he's going there, and I'm going with him. So we'll be in Europe for 2 weeks, and thankfully, to his work, we're not paying for a majority of his trip, so that's where we're able to go, really. So we should probably bring this because, it'll be almost,
it'll be a while before we get one out. So, yes, we'll bring, okay,
we'll have a German/Italian podcast.
Yes. All right.
Yeah. I was contemplating, like, being like, does anybody want to shoot in Germany? But I swear we probably have nobody knows us in Germany. So
You should post it. Why not? We'll do
I
a
don't know, I guess.
mini. We'll
like one
condense
shoot.
One shoot.
Like that's how it would be. It would
Yeah.
literally be one shoot. But I don't know. I all of our people that know us are in the US or Canada, so I feel like it'd be really silly to be like, "Hey guys." But Europe has that great architecture.
They do, especially Munich. It used to be the capital of a independent Bavaria.
What is? Anyway, sorry.
Yes. Hello.
But remember, it got destroyed in the war.
And then they chose to rebuild it the exact same way, which is
All right.
nice. All right. Anyway, yes, great shoot last weekend. Pictures will be up soon. We finished. Well, actually, yes, like you, Holly was saying, she's done with the backlog. So
we got some Yuri on Ice.
We got some Yuri on Ice.
We got some Star Wars.
We got Star Wars, right? I forgot about
it's
that.
It's a dude too.
Yeah, it's a guy.
We photographed a guy.
Yeah,
that never happens.
That was a really cool one. Those came out well. And then before that we had Lowen cosplay stuff. Yeah.
Oh right. Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
We've done it. Yeah. This
and
past month.
Teen Titans. No, it was.
Every
I mean,
weekend.
we talked about this. I think while it was happening, like everybody. I think it was just the weather. Like everybody all at once was like, "Hey,
yeah,
I got cosplay and I want to take a picture of
Which
it."
actually works out because this weekend it is currently like 30 something.
Yeah, it's cold. Like this, just now it just got cold. So we finished it just in time for every.
Right. So it's been crazy. So yes, I'm glad everything's done now.
Yeah.
Now it's the tail end of con season.
It was really, I was really stressed out when it was happening during our move.
Yes.
That was kind of upsetting.
It's
but
just like how we had the SakuraCon photo
during
shoots
the
during
move.
our
That
last
was like
move.
4 years ago, 5 years ago.
5 years ago.
That was bad.
Yeah.
And this was also bad. But it's over. We're done. You can look at the pictures. They're great. Anyways, you okay. You got to talk about something because you were going to bring something up.
I've got a ton of stuff to talk about.
Yeah, go. I have
All right.
nothing.
So, it was, like I said, it's tail end of the con season, traditional con season. Now it's
Sure. New York City Comic Con was last week, I think.
Yep.
Yep.
And now it's other cons. So, in about a week.
TwitchCon.
A week is TwitchCon.
Yeah.
So, I was curious because it's actually the same week that I will be gone for another work thing.
Oh, yeah.
So
it's in San Francisco, right?
It says Long Beach Convention Center.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So yeah, I don't know exactly where that is, unfortunately. Anyway, 3 day. It's a 20th through the 22nd. So there's a 3-day pass. How much do you think a TwitchCon 3-day pass is? Think about it. It is.
You're still able to get them?
Yes, they're still available right now.
3-day TwitchCon. Oh, I remember when TwitchCon first happened and it wasn't that expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Long Beach is down there.
It's a little further south.
Yes, it is. I know
Not
where.
as
I
popular.
know where Long Beach is. 3 days, $300.
And it's also got a lot of big sponsors. You got Razer.
I don't know. I feel like since you're asking me, it's a ridiculous price.
It's not. It's
$135.
$180.
Okay.
That's if you buy before October 18th. If you buy
180. What is included?
Yeah, if you purchase after, it's 109 or 200.
With my badge, what is included? Do I get
here.
stuff?
TwitchCon
Do I
party,
get magic
Dark
cards?
Harbor. Yeah, right. I don't know. It doesn't. Hold on. Let's take. I didn't look at actually what comes with your badge.
It could be
Developer.
TwitchCon. I mean, I've never been, so this is just my perception of it from what I see on the internet. It seems more chill and like it's like the streamers just hang out and you kind of hang out with them and you're just like, hey, I finally get to meet you in person, like that kind of thing.
That's what I'm saying. That because like okay, so
they have like a cosplay contest, I think though.
Well, so there is a developer day, so that would make sense as like here's the new platform, here's what we're going to be introducing. So all these integrations like Nightbot and stuff like that. Here's how you build it and get it ready for the next generation of Twitch platform.
Gotcha.
So I can see that being worth it for those people to go. But if you're just an attendee,
yeah, that's what I want to know. Like what I know there's a cosplay contest. They were advertising that for a long time.
$70,000 prize
for the cosplay contest.
Well, that's a pool to compete for a share of $70,000. So yeah,
wow,
that's not bad.
That's huge.
Yeah. I mean, I guess so you'd say probably 30 grand for the top prize and then break it down for the rest.
Wow.
That's not bad.
All right.
A talent show. I don't know what that is.
Is that where my badge money is going, to the cosplay con?
Probably a lot of that. Roasts. That's gonna be cringy. I feel
I
a
don't
little
know.
bit.
I never roasts always make me clench. I'm always
Yeah.
like,
Streamer showdown.
so like gaming.
A game show for streamers that depends
Oh.
on the input of chat.
Oh, that could go south real
Yeah.
quick. Okay, so it sounds like they have more actual activities. I feel like in years prior, and again, just from the internet.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. So there's
Okay.
like multiple live talk shows that are gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
Esports fireside. Okay. Live role playing. So live.
Live role playing.
Yeah. Probably Dungeon and Dragon stuff like that.
I wanted
RPG.
something.
Yeah,
I wanted something
all right.
else.
It's still.
It sounds like there's more stuff than there used to be.
Yeah.
I from my knowledge, the first TwitchCon was literally like, come hang out.
Yeah.
But that could have just been the people I watched. That's the way they were. But
Yeah.
okay, so it's got some got some shit.
The $70,000
Yeah, that's a
prize pool.
I mean, I don't know if it's the biggest, but
I'm
that's pretty
curious how many-
sizable.
I'm curious. They still have tickets available, so I'm curious how many people are.
Yeah, I don't know why I thought it was sold out. Maybe I'm thinking of BlizzCon,
Yeah,
which is also probably one of the ones we're going to talk about.
Yes, BlizzCon is right after.
That's also in
Twitch.
California, right?
It is. I believe it's in the.
Anaheim?
Yeah, I believe that's there. I don't know exactly where it is. But it is November 4th or November 3rd and 4th. So it's only a 2-day con.
Oh, because BlizzCon for a while, for a couple years, didn't even happen. They canceled it a couple times due to money issues, I think. So, not saying it's all in Overwatch, but I think Overwatch definitely helped with a resurgence of some of the convention.
I can see that. I mean, yeah, they released what is it, StarCraft?
Diablo
re-released
3.
StarCraft. I don't think they've done anything 3. Maybe it's a DLC, but
No, what I'm saying. Oh, you're talking about this year. I'm saying
Yeah.
the resurgence of the con was probably because of Diablo 3.
Sure.
I think in like 2009 or
Overwatch.
10 it was like canceled. Like
Yeah.
it didn't even happen.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
anyways, yeah.
But yeah, their tickets are sold out for BlizzCon. but you
Yeah,
can
those sell
only-
out like immediately.
You can only buy a virtual ticket now. So
Oh, yes. Why don't you Kevin got mad and yelled at the screen about the virtual ticket the
Well,
other
okay.
day.
So yeah, I was loading up Overwatch, and then it was like, buy your BlizzCon virtual ticket. And I was like, hello, why would I pay $40? I mean,
But then I didn't understand like what a virtual ticket was. And,
Yeah,
and then you said,
yeah,
I mean, you explained it really well.
you
It's very
basically
simple.
get,
It's
like
it's
any
like
of
you
the,
just the streams of
you-
the con basically.
and any of the special like skins and stuff.
Yeah.
that
So
you
any
get
of
if
the
you actually
special
went.
like BlizzCon only stuff they release, you get it, and then you also can watch like streams from the con. So how much is a BlizzCon ticket, the real
Yeah,
one?
I don't know actually.
So the virtual one's 40.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm guessing probably 100 something. I don't
Yeah,
know.
that sounds about right. They're all about 100 now. The big ones, 100 something.
I know it's inflation for you.
I know.
Hold on.
Back
sorry.
in my day.
Looking at, I know, right?
I swear to
remember-
God, my first AX I paid $40.
No, yeah, and then the one that we went to together after that was 60, and then now it's over 100.
Yeah.
It's like
Well, if you buy it last minute.
Right.
I think it's 70 right now. 80? I don't know.
okay, so yeah, so the history from 2015 to 2017, prices have been $200 for the ticket
Wow.
for BlizzCon, and then
Shit.
$750 if you want to do the benefit dinner. I don't know what that means.
That's probably for charity or something.
Right, and you get beta keys, upcoming content. So I mean, $40 to not go there and not participate in anything, but just watch the streams and get the DLC. I don't
feel
know.
like they would just stream it on Twitch anyway
I don't know.
to get some views. I don't know, whatever. I forgot what I
Physical
was gonna say.
items cannot be shipped or purchased or shipped to Russia.
Oh, okay.
Streaming content, blah blah blah, duplication and rebroadcast of.
There's a Overwatch skin they're releasing
Oh.
just for BlizzCon, for the Winston character. And those who have no idea about Overwatch, it's a gorilla. And I don't like the skin. I don't think it's great. And I was like,
Well,
like you're gonna make that special for BlizzCon, and it's just like a plain.
It is.
It's very plain, and I was like, usually you kind of go balls out.
No, 'cause
No?
the
The Bastion one was cute.
it's the same skin though. It's the
What?
same. It's blue. It's just a blue bat. It's a blue skin with carbon
The
fiber. And it
Bash,
just says BlizzCon.
the Bastion one's the overgrown.
No, it's not.
Oh, what's the Bastion
It's
one?
the same.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, so they never do anything.
Yeah, it's not too special.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
okay, yeah.
To me, it's like, it's not that hard to make a skin, and it's like digital content.
Right.
Like, just make a fucking baller skin. Have people be envious
Right.
that that person went to BlizzCon and got that skin. You know, when you're playing the game. But then there might be an uproar.
Yeah, it's
People
not
get
fair.
really sensitive
See,
about the skins. Oh,
It's
I'm
the thing.
confused with the if you buy the
yeah, if
bigger
you watch-
Overwatch,
yeah,
you
if
get
watch
overgrown.
The
Yeah.
original Origins edition one,
Yeah,
you get
yeah.
the Overwatch,
Yeah.
the special one.
I don't know, man. I mean, Kevin and I tried to go to a couple Overwatch panels, and we couldn't get it
Yeah,
into any
that's
of them at
absolutely
AX.
true.
So it's a big thing. I know quite a few people go into BlizzCon. So have fun, you guys.
Yes, it should be fun.
Yeah.
I mean, it's BlizzCon has always been. I mean, I haven't been to, but I have a bunch of friends that drove down there and went to it, and they had a good time. So
Yeah.
I think it'll be good.
But yeah, I mean, otherwise, general con season is kind of done.
Yes.
It is now our slow season.
Now it's
We had a big last hurrah of like
We
5
did.
weeks
It
worth
was-
of solid work,
it
and now
was-
we're
it
done.
was crazy.
I know I haven't had time to do anything else. It's kind of upsetting.
I know, but that's why we've this past couple of 2 weeks that we haven't been shooting, we've been able to get half stuff done.
That's true. I've been able to get a lot done that now that we had a little break from shooting.
Yes, exactly. It's not just Kevin's off of work now. Let's go drive to the photo shoot location.
Yeah. Poor Kevin. He works so hard during the week and then
Work
do
so
those
hard on the
shirts-
weekends as well.
the shirts
Wow.
the shoots on the weekend. Okay, you got anything else for me?
We can talk about copyright stuff, but that's pretty boring. I don't know if anybody likes it. If you do like my boring rants, or I don't know,
Does it have to do with cosplay?
yes.
What does it have to do with?
Like
And then
who
I'll tell you if I
owns
want to talk about it.
photo copyrights and stuff. Like
Oh, the
that.
photographer in America. at
Yeah,
least.
it is. And then like just purchase price. So it kind of like if you wanted to sell the copyright to somebody for like sell them the content. This is related to that Reddit story that I told you about the porn star that was going to studios trying to buy the content back from them.
Sure. So I'll put it in very basic story.
Yeah.
A girl did some
Adult
adult
video.
work
Yeah.
for some companies, and the companies own the copyright of that work. And she contacted them trying to get them to hand over, for money, the copyright so she could have it. She claimed she wanted to just take it off of the internet, basically, and have it for herself.
Right.
And since the videographer or whatever owns the copyright, she had to pay an amount,
Right.
that they felt was worthy of
The
giving-
value of the content.
the value of the content.
Right.
Okay. So
Yeah. Anyway, the numbers that they threw around were like insane. That's kind of why I wanted to talk about.
oh yeah, they were there was a lot of money, and it's the adult industry does make a lot of money though, so that would be probably what an amount they would lose by taking her videos down.
Right.
I assume.
Right. That's the point of selling
Yeah.
the copyright. Yeah.
Yeah.
But to me, I don't know. Like that isn't like the numbers that they were quoting, like that they wanted to sell the copyright back, were just so high to me that they were blowing my mind. Like I understand, our costs, like when we do our photo shoots and things like that,
Mhm.
and our time and effort and things like that, and potential revenue off of that, like compared our work versus their work, it's just mind-boggling. Like the number of extra zeros that they appended to that
Oh.
to that woman's videos
Yeah.
price. So that's kind of so I don't know. Like I always think like, are we undervaluing our work and our time when I look at but these are professional videos. I assume I
Yeah, we don't know. I mean,
Yeah,
this
we
was
only-
a
these
story.
are
I'm
this
gonna
is
go
just
ahead
a
and assume
story.
it was professional, and she was paid for her time.
yes, I'm sure she was.
It's a different industry though. You can't compare the adult industry
I know.
to the photography and the way we do it.
I know.
Not in the sense of the content, but in the
Right.
sense of, like we're basically a business and people are contacting us
Right.
to do, like, porn is like the other way around. It's almost like fashion modeling where they have the photographer and they pay the model to do, they pay the photographer and the model to do the work.
Yeah.
That's what it's more similar to me.
Sure.
But I was thinking, there was I'm part of this group on Facebook. It's not cosplay related, but it kind of touches on it sometimes. It's a photography. I don't know if I said that. It's a photography group. And someone was like, I had this Facebook page share my photo without asking me.
Right.
They gave me credit, but they didn't ask me if I wanted it to be on their Facebook, and it's adjacent to like adult pictures. You know what I mean? Like this is like a fashion-y photo, and they,
right.
And that happens a lot in the cosplay universe. There's a lot of cosplay share sites, and whether it's the cosplayer submitting to those or the share site just seeing them and grabbing them, it happens all the time. Some cosplayers do ask, they're like, oh, can I share this? And I'm like, with credit?
Yeah.
You can do whatever the hoo-ha you want. But there's also a lot of places that just take it.
Yep, without asking.
Yeah, and sometimes, most of the time I don't care, because if I cared, it would just take up all my time. But sometimes, yeah, when it is on like Cosplay Babes or something, and they like upload a photo that we took of someone, and I'm just like, I don't know, like just, and then I don't know, like, if we're not close to the cosplayer, like we are with some of the people we work with, I'm like, do they know? Like, do they care? But I don't know. It's my photo. I can say, hey, take this down.
Right.
But I don't know. I don't really exercise my
copyright. Yeah. I mean, for the most part, our images all have a watermark unless like somebody has purchased it from us.
Yeah.
So, it's not really a huge issue unless they start clipping off the copy mark.
Yeah, the only time I have an issue is if they clip off our watermark and then don't tag us. I'm like,
yeah, that is like, but that then gets into a legal.
We're not doing that.
Yeah.
But to my knowledge, I'm sure it's happened without me seeing it.
I'm sure it has.
But to my knowledge, it doesn't happen very often.
Yep.
I haven't seen it that much, so that's the only time I really care. And like Kevin said, for us, you can, for a very small fee compared to professional, you can purchase the rights.
Right. Exactly.
But yeah, I don't know. In the cosplay world, copyright for photos does come up every once in a while.
It does.
Yeah.
And it's, it's always there's a lot of gray area. I respect copyright and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But apparently Sonny Bono, I don't know, one of the Beatles was apparently trying to make an all-inclusive forever.
Do you know who Sonny Bono?
Sorry, no, not Sonny Bono. Sorry, it was a. Anyway, he was trying to make a forever minus.
I got you, babe. No, what?
Copyright law.
Ringo.
Was a senator. I don't know. Somebody was no.
No. Sonny was a senator.
Okay, sorry, I was getting the wrong.
But he died a long time ago.
He did, but he was trying to make a law that was like copyright should last forever minus 1 year.
Forever, infinity minus one.
Yeah, it was a pretty ridiculous law about like copyright.
I mean, Disney already has pushed it pretty far because
have.
There's like 50 years.
I think it's something like that now. Yeah. I mean, before it was 20.
What's kind of cool is what is in literature? Is it 100 or is it 50?
It's the life of the person plus like some X years after death. But the problem is that can also then transfer over to like an estate.
Oh, their estates, yeah.
Which
and
then can live on forever after that.
Yeah,
so there should be limits, I think, because who needs to keep making money off their content after 20 years? Like, whatever.
Hey man, it's free money.
It is. Oh, sorry, I'm getting 20 years from patents and trademarks.
Oh, jeez. Anyways.
Sorry. Anyway. Anyway,
I don't know where we went.
we should hire.
I don't know where we just went there.
Sorry,
we should
hire-
interview a
patent and
copyright lawyer.
Yeah. I think that would be
Since we've
interesting.
talked about it so much.
We do talk about it a lot.
Like
But, I
every
mean,
podcast.
well,
I'm just
here's the
sliding in
thing.
my
It's
chair now.
because we're very conscientious of anything that we put into the content of our videos, the
I
content.
know, I
of
just got a
anything.
YouTube strike again last week.
For what?
One of our vlogs, which makes me mad because all the music we got is like the free licensing music.
Right.
And they claimed one of them, and I was like, "Hey, man, I have the freeness to do this."
Yeah, I wonder what the law is if you
Like if they what if they like
Yeah.
change their mind? I don't know.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. We're not a music podcast.
Yeah. I know. Anyway.
Anyways, that's all we got. I just want to say for that series I'm thinking about doing, it's gonna be like come out like once a week. I think I'm just gonna film it all at once and then edit like kind of like a real TV show where they film it all and then they
Kind of
release
over
it
the week.
weekly.
Okay.
So it won't come out for a little while, but I'm gonna start filming it. Being goofy. So hopefully, if anyone can think of a name for it, give me your ideas. I'm all about weird names, so go ahead and throw them at me. All right. So, thanks for listening
To the 96th episode of the Elite Cosplay Podcast.
and we'll see you guys next week.
All right.
Bye bye.